Right now, across eastern Australia, moisture is pooling, temperatures are climbing, and in the next 72 hours, one of the most explosive weather systems of the summer could unleash chaos from Cairns to Canberra. Are you prepared for what is coming? Here is what you need to know immediately. A tropical low is forming off the Queensland coast. It is developing rapidly. Within 48 hours, severe thunderstorms could dump more than 150 millimetres of rain in just 3 hours across southeastern Queensland. That's enough to flood streets, trap vehicles and turn creeks into raging torrents. But here is the twist nobody saw coming. This isn't just a Queensland problem. The same atmospheric ingredients are extending southward, triggering severe storms across New South Wales, Victoria and South Australia. We're talking about a multi-state weather emergency affecting more than 12 million Australians. Stay with me until the 3-minute mark and I'll reveal exactly which suburbs in Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne are in the direct firing line and the precise hour the storms will hit your area. Comment below with your city and I'll give you a personalised forecast for your location. Let's break down the timeline because timing is everything. For far north Queensland, Cairns, Townsville and the Cassowary coast, your window begins late Friday afternoon. By 6 p.m. Friday evening, the tropical low will be positioned approximately 200 kilometres northeast of Cairns. Sea surface temperatures there are sitting at 29 degrees Celsius. That is fuel, pure atmospheric fuel. Friday night into Saturday morning is when things get serious. Expect wind gusts up to 90 kilometres per hour, rainfall rates of 50 millimetres per hour. Innisfail, Tully and Cardwell should prepare for flash flooding between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. Saturday morning. Now here is where it gets interesting. Critical information that only emerged in the last 6 hours. As Saturday unfolds, this system doesn't weaken, it intensifies. By Saturday midday, the low tracks southward along the coast, drawing in massive amounts of tropical moisture. Southeastern Queensland is about to experience training thunderstorms. Storm after storm moving over the same locations like freight trains on a track. Brisbane, Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast, your peak danger period is Saturday afternoon into Sunday morning. Saturday between 2 p.m. and 10 p.m, storm cells will develop over the ranges west of Brisbane, then march eastward. Ipswich, Logan and western Brisbane, including Kenmore, Chapel Hill and Indooroopilly, are directly in the path. These aren't ordinary storms. Hail up to 4 centimetres in diameter. Golf ball-sized hail that will shatter windscreens. Damaging winds could reach 110 kilometres per hour. And here is the shocking number. Isolated areas could receive 200 millimetres of rain in less than 6 hours. A month's worth of rain in an afternoon. Gold Coast faces a double threat. Severe thunderstorms plus king tide Sunday morning. High tide at 9:37 a.m. combined with storm surge creates perfect conditions for coastal flooding. Southport, Main Beach and Broad Beach could see water levels 30 to 50 centimetres above normal, but there's more unfolding for New South Wales. That moisture feeding Queensland storms, it's not stopping at the border. A surface trough is extending southward, creating a conveyor belt of tropical humidity into northern New South Wales. Northern Rivers region, Byron Bay, Ballina, Lismore, your severe weather window opens Saturday night. Between 10 p.m. Saturday and 6 a.m. Sunday, expect intense rainfall. Tweed Valley and Richmond Valley are vulnerable. Ground is already saturated. Creek and river levels will rise rapidly Sunday morning. Now here is the promise I made. The exact timing for major cities. Sydney, your timeline is critical. Sunday afternoon is when this system reaches you. Between midday Sunday and midnight, severe thunderstorms approach from the north and northwest. The Hills District, Parramatta, southwestern Sydney, including Campbelltown and Liverpool, are most at risk. Peak storm activity between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. Sunday evening. Here is what makes Sydney particularly dangerous. This system will interact with a sea breeze boundary. When inland heat meets coastal moisture and unstable air, you get explosive development. The Sydney Basin could see supercell thunderstorms, rotating storms capable of producing destructive winds over 125 kilometres per hour, giant hail exceeding 5 centimetres, and intense rainfall exceeding 75 millimetres per hour. Blue Mountains face specific threats. Orographic lifting will enhance rainfall on western slopes. Katoomba, Blackheath and Lithgow could see flash flooding in normally dry gullies. Sunday evening into Monday morning is your high-risk period. Central Coast and Newcastle, your timing is slightly delayed but potentially more severe. Late Sunday night into Monday morning between midnight and 8 a.m. Monday, expect thunderstorms with very heavy rainfall. Lake Macquarie and Hunter Valley should prepare for flooding Monday morning. Down in Victoria, the pattern shifts but the threat remains. Melbourne, Monday is your day. The same trough bringing storms to Queensland and New South Wales swings southeastward into Victoria Monday morning. But here, the twist. Cooler air from the south will collide with tropical moisture, creating highly unstable atmosphere. Monday afternoon between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m, severe thunderstorms develop across central and eastern Victoria. Melbourne's western suburbs, including Werribee, Melton and the Outer West, are in the initial target zone. Storms track eastward across the metro area as evening approaches. Dandenong Ranges and Yarra Valley face enhanced rainfall due to terrain. 80 to 120 millimetres in just a few hours Monday evening. Flash flooding is a genuine concern for Monbulk, Emerald and Warburton, Geelong and Bellarine Peninsula, Monday late afternoon into evening. 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Expect severe thunderstorms with damaging winds and heavy rainfall. Coastal suburbs should be aware of king tide cycles continuing, which could cause coastal flooding if storms coincide with high tide around 7:23 p.m. Monday. Now here, something developing right now that will impact South Australia. This wasn't in the forecast 24 hours ago. Adelaide Tuesday is your focus day. As the trough weakens but continues west, it drags moisture into South Australia. Adelaide Hills and Mount Lofty ranges will see thunderstorms developing Tuesday afternoon. Between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Tuesday, areas from Crafers to Stirling through to Birdwood and Adelaide Hills wine regions could see 40 to 70 millimetres. That might not sound extreme, but for South Australia at this time of year, it is significant. Adelaide metropolitan area, Tuesday late afternoon and evening, scattered severe thunderstorms are possible in northern and eastern suburbs. Elizabeth, Salisbury and Tea Tree Gully should stay alert between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Tuesday. Now the aftermath, just as important as the event itself. Wednesday through Friday next week, we're re-looking at recovery, but it's not calm everywhere. The tropical low may linger off the Queensland coast, potentially reorganising. If it drifts back toward land later next week, we could see a second round of heavy rainfall. That scenario sits at about 35% probability. Flood warnings will remain current for multiple river systems well into next week. Brisbane River, Richmond River, Hawkesbury, Nepean and Yarra River systems need close monitoring. River level peaks typically occur 12 to 24 hours after heaviest rainfall. Here's your preparation checklist. Emergency services are already pre-positioning resources. First, clear your gutters and drains today, right now. One block down pipe can cause thousands in damage when we're re-talking 50 millimetres per hour. Second, charge all devices and power banks. These storms will cause power outages. Trees will come down. Some areas could be without electricity for 12 to 48 hours. Have torches, batteries and battery-powered radio ready. Third, secure outdoor furniture and trampolines. Wind gusts over 100 kilometres per hour turn garden furniture into projectiles. Tie them down or move them against a wall. Fourth, know your evacuation routes. If you live in a flood-prone area, have a plan. Have 2 routes because one might already be cut when you need it. Fifth, document your property now. Take photos. If you need insurance claims, this documentation is invaluable. Here's something people don't think about. Fuel your vehicle before storms hit. Service stations lose power. If you need to evacuate, you don't want to search for an open servo in a storm. Stock up on essentials. Sensible preparation. 3 to 4 days of non-perishable food, medications and pet food. Enough drinking water for 2 to 3 days per person. Now, there's a specific danger that kills people every year in weather events. Floodwater. Never, ever drive through floodwater. Not negotiable. It only takes 60 centimetres of flowing water to float a large vehicle. You cannot see what's underneath. The road might have washed away. Debris, fallen power lines, collapsed culverts. More people drown in vehicles during floods than anywhere else. If you encounter water across the road, Turn around. Find another route. It's not worth your life to save 20 minutes. Here's the weather pattern behind this, and understanding it helps you see why this is so significant. We have an active monsoon trough across northern Australia, bringing tropical moisture from the Timor and Arafura seas. At the same time, a blocking high pressure system in the Tasman Sea prevents weather systems from moving quickly eastward. This tropical low will be forced to track along the coast rather than heading into the Pacific. The combination creates a setup where one location gets hit repeatedly. That's why forecast rainfall totals are so high. Multiple storms over the same areas. Upper atmosphere winds are also playing a role. The subtropical jet stream is positioned perfectly to enhance uplift and storm development. Wind shear is moderate. That the Goldilocks zone for severe thunderstorms. Too much shear and storms get ripped apart. Too little and they done to organise. We in the zone where storms become severe and long-lived. Ocean temperatures are crucial. The coral sea is running 1 to 2 degrees above average. That extra heat energy is fuel. It is why we seeing rapid development rather than slow intensification. Now, suburb-specific information for major metro areas. Brisbane western suburbs, Kenmore, Pullen Vale, Brookfield, your risk is elevated because of terrain. Saturday late afternoon, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. is your critical window. Hail is a major threat. Brisbane CBD and inner city, Fortitude Valley, New Farm, West End, your main threat is flash flooding. Stormwater systems can be overwhelmed quickly. Saturday evening peak hour could be particularly dangerous between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Southside suburbs, Sunnybank, Callum Vale, Acacia Ridge, you're in the path of storms tracking from the west. Saturday afternoon and evening, expect severe cells. Sydney western suburbs, Penrith, Richmond, Windsor, Sunday afternoon from 2 p.m. onwards. Storms will develop over Blue Mountains and track east. You will get the first severe cells. Heavy rainfall and damaging winds are main threats. Northwestern suburbs, Rouse Hill, Castle Hill, Balcombe Hills, Sunday late afternoon between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. is peak risk. Prepare for intense rainfall and possible flash flooding. Southwestern Sydney, Campbelltown, Camden, Narellan, Sunday evening 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Risk for both severe thunderstorms and flash flooding. Inner West and City, Parramatta, Strathfield, Burwood, Sunday evening 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Urban flash flooding is your primary concern. Don T drive through water. Underground car parks fill dangerously fast. Melbourne western suburbs, Werribee, Hoppers Crossing, Point Cook, Monday afternoon starting around 2 p.m. This is often where severe cells initiate. Hail and damaging winds are primary threats. Northern suburbs, Craigieburn, Epping, Mill Park, Monday late afternoon and evening 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Plenty River and Darebin Creek systems could see rapid rises. Eastern suburbs, Knox, Ringwood, Croydon, Monday evening between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Your area frequently sees highest rainfall totals. Adelaide northern suburbs, Elizabeth, Salisbury, Gawler, Tuesday late afternoon and evening 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Flash flooding in suburban streets is possible. Eastern suburbs, McGill, Rostrevor, Athelstone, Tuesday afternoon and evening. You're close to hills where storms develop. 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday. This setup is similar to November 2022 East Coast floods, but developing faster. It's reminiscent of March 2021 flooding, but with more concentrated intensity. The rapid development is unusual for this time of year and warrants serious attention. Meteorologists are using words like significant, dangerous, and potentially life-threatening. That language isn't to be used lightly. This is a major weather event requiring preparation and vigilance. Emergency services across 4 states are preparing. Swift water rescue teams are on standby. The SES has issued warnings. Power companies are positioning crews. This is the real deal. What should you do right now? Check your insurance. Know what you are covered for. Flood damage often requires separate coverage. Talk to your neighbours. Check on elderly residents. Make sure people with mobility issues have plans. Community looking after community saves lives. Download emergency apps. Bureau of Meteorology app, your state emergency service app. Enable location-based alerts. Create a household emergency plan. Where will you shelter during severe storms? Most interior room away from windows. Make sure every family member knows the plan. If you have young children, explain what is happening in age-appropriate terms. Let them know storms are coming, we re-prepared, and we will be safe together. For pets, ensure they re-microchipped and wearing ID tags. Have carriers ready. Pets panic in storms and can escape. Now comment below with your location and I'll give you specific timing and impacts for your exact area. I am monitoring this continuously. Hear what is coming in the next video. I'll break down the long-range forecast for March and April, including potential tropical cyclones and where they might track. There's a developing pattern in climate models that suggests something significant could be brewing for late March. Plus, why this summer's weather has been so unusual and what the science tells us about whether this is becoming the new normal. But here's the critical thing you need to do right now today before Saturday arrives. Take action. Preparation isn't paranoia, it's prudence. The hour you spend today preparing could save you thousands in damage, or more importantly, could save your life or the life of someone you love. Severe weather doesn't wait for you to be ready. It arrives on its own schedule. But right now, you have time, you have warning, use it wisely, stay safe, stay informed, and remember, when severe weather strikes, your safety is the only priority. Things can be replaced.